Welcome in, everyone. Let's just dive right into this explainer covering the historic 2026 Champions League final. We are looking at a massive showdown in Budapest, and honestly, this one has absolutely everything you could possibly ask for. We've got two elite squads stepping onto the pitch, and they play the beautiful game in fundamentally different ways. Seriously, it's the ultimate unstoppable force versus immovable object scenario. That entire dynamic is going to dictate every single minute out there. On one side, we've got an absolute attacking machine hunting for back-to-back European dominance. And on the flip side, a meticulously organized defensive unit that is absolutely desperate to finally secure their club's first ever Champions League trophy. Section 1. Welcome to Budapest, a historic capital clash. The stakes at the beautiful Puskás Arena on May 30th, they literally couldn't be any higher. This matchup is completely unprecedented. London versus Paris for the absolute biggest prize in European football. It's actually incredibly rare to see two capital cities clash like this. To put it in perspective, the last time it happened was way back in 1971. Plus, this is the very first major European final between a French and an English club. We're literally watching history being written before kickoff. Section 2. Arsenal's Iron Wall, the immovable object. So, under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal has essentially traded in the pure attacking flair of their past for an ironclad, pragmatic system. And the results? Staggering. Think about this number for a second. 0. Arsenal haven't conceded a single open play goal in the entire knockout stage. Actually, scratch that, let me repeat it because it's wild. Not one single open play goal. Across 14 total games in the competition, they've only let in 6 goals overall. It's a level of defensive suffocation that is incredibly hard to break down. If we trace their journey, it's wild to see how this super disciplined 14-match unbeaten run just slowly squeezed the life out of Europe's absolute elite. I mean, from sweeping their league phase with 8 straight wins to suffocating Bayer Leverkusen, getting past Sporting CP, and finally grinding out that incredibly gritty 2-1 aggregate win over Atletico Madrid, they just refused to break. Their real tactical edge? Honestly, it's their willingness to suffer. They really don't mind being labeled boring, you know? They modulate so seamlessly between a high press and dropping deep into a highly organized, compact block, essentially shrinking the playable space on the pitch down to nothing. And by fully leaning into their sheer physicality, dominating high balls, and executing some absolutely lethal set-piece routines, they are a constant, frustrating threat without even needing the ball. Section 3. PSG's attacking blitz, the unstoppable force. Waiting to smash into that iron wall are the defending champions Luis Enrique's Paris Saint-Germain. They are a team built on pure, chaotic, attacking brilliance. And hey, the numbers totally back it up. With a massive 44 goals this campaign, PSG is literally just one single strike away from tying Barcelona's all-time single-season scoring record. They don't just beat teams, they completely overwhelm them. Driving that historic offense is Kvaratskhelia, and the guy possesses a super rare trait. He is incredibly clutch. He actually saved 10 of his 16 goal contributions for when it mattered the absolute most. When the lights shine the brightest in the knockouts, he steps up, telling 7 goals and 3 assists to help tear through world-class defenses like Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Tactically, Luis Enrique has PSG operating in this highly fluid 4-3-3 base that cleverly shifts into a 3-1 structure during build-up. It relies heavily on dizzying double movements and wide overloads. You've got fullbacks like Mendes and Hakimi constantly making overlapping runs to expose blind spots. And if you happen to win the ball against them, watch out. Their double transitions, where they immediately counterpress your counterattack, will punish you in the blink of an eye. Section 4. The fatigue factor, the hidden variable. Now, right beneath all these tactical formations lies a massive hidden variable that could decide everything. And that's physical freshness. Tactics are great, sure, but you need the legs to actually execute them. PSG enjoyed the major domestic luxury of heavily resting their stars. Guys like Ousmane Dembele and Marquinhos only started 11 league games. Arsenal, on the other hand, endured a brutal Premier League title race. Declan Rice and William Saliba logged 36-plus starts. They practically lived on the pitch. When we zoom out a bit, the contrast is pretty alarming. Arsenal has a whopping 9 players with over 3,000 minutes logged this season, compared to just 3 for PSG. Fatigue is basically a ticking time bomb for the English side. You have to ask, what happens when we hit the 70th minute in Budapest? If Arsenal's legs start getting heavy, PSG's rested, explosive attackers could absolutely run riot.
Section 5. The tactical chess match, master versus apprentice.
Ultimately, this whole clash of extremes comes down to a chess match between two brilliant Spanish managers who know each other incredibly well. It's such a fascinating narrative, right? You've got the master, Luis Enrique, who boasts an unmatched 64% win rate in this tournament, having guided both Barcelona and PSG to the top. And he's up against his former apprentice. Mikel Arteta looked up to Enrique as a mentor during his playing days at Barca, and now he's trying to outsmart him for his very first major European trophy. But even the best master plans might need a rewrite. Both managers are seriously sweating over some late fitness tests. PSG has Ousmane Dembélé dealing with a calf issue. And if Achraf Hakimi's moderate hamstring injury keeps him out, they might be forced to drop Warren Zaire-Emery into a makeshift right-back role. Meanwhile, over in London, Arsenal is dealing with Jurrien Timber's severe groin injury, meaning that vaunted iron wall is going to require a major defensive reshuffle. But as Arteta's quote perfectly highlights, how do I make this group of players believe that they are the best? Once that tactical board is thrown away, this game is going to be won on raw belief, emotion, and endurance. Tactics set the stage, for sure, but the sheer willpower of the players on the day will ultimately decide who lifts the trophy. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. When the referee blows that starting whistle in Budapest, will it be defensive grit or total football that prevails? Will the immovable object of Arsenal's defense hold strong, or will PSG's unstoppable attacking force secure back-to-back titles? It's going to be a wild ride. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and enjoy the match.